The Secret Treehouse and the Map of Wonders. In the small town of Willowbend lived an adventurous 9-year-old named Tessa. She had big curly hair, muddy sneakers, and a backpack full of string, snacks, and secret notes. Tessa loved exploring the woods behind her house every Saturday morning. Rain or shine, she'd set off with her best friend Leo, a quiet but clever boy who always carried a compass and a notepad. One misty morning, Tessa found something strange while digging in the roots of a giant oak tree. It was an old tin box wrapped in red string. She opened it slowly. Inside was a crumpled, yellowed map with strange drawings and symbols, and across the top, in faded letters, it read, "Map of Wonders for the Brave and the Bold." Tessa's eyes lit up. Leo! This is it. An actual treasure map. Leo studied the map and pointed to the top corner. Look, it starts here. That's the old treehouse up by Sparrow Hill. They packed supplies, flashlights, peanut butter sandwiches, a notebook, a slingshot just in case, and the map. Then they set off on the adventure of a lifetime. Part 1. The treehouse with no door. Sparrow Hill was quiet. Too quiet. When they found the old treehouse, it looked just like it did in the drawings. Round windows, vines wrapping around it, but no ladder. No door. How do we get in? Leo asked. Tessa looked up and grinned. Easy. Climb. She scrambled up the tree like a monkey, pulling Leo up behind her. When they reached the window and climbed inside, they gasped. The treehouse was full of strange objects, clocks without hands, floating feathers, and jars that glowed faintly. In the center was a puzzle box with for symbols a star, a shell, a feather, and a paw print. Tessa touched the feather dot. The wind rushed suddenly. Suddenly, the room spun, and everything went white. Part 2. The Forgotten Forest. They landed in a strange forest with purple trees and golden grass. The air smelled like cinnamon, and glowing butterflies floated past their faces. This isn't Sparrow Hill anymore, Leo whispered. Nope, said Tessa. This is something amazing, according to the map. The next clue was hidden under the whispering tree, marked with a paw print. They followed the trail until they heard soft whispering. This way, not that way, this way. The tree was enormous, its bark carved with symbols. Tessa placed her hand on the trunk. A panel slid open, revealing a small box. Inside, a silver key and a message to reach the treasure. Find the door made of moonlight. Part 3. The Cave of Echoes. The map shimmered and changed, pointing them to the far side of the forest, where a cave mouth yawned like a sleeping giant. Inside, the walls echoed everything they said, but slightly different. Tessa said, "Hello." The cave replied, "Below." Leo said, "We come in peace." The cave replied, "Find the beast." A low growl echoed from deeper in the cave. They tiptoed forward until they came face to face with a dragon. But not a big, scary one, a small one, no bigger than a bicycle. Its wing was caught under a rock. Tessa rushed forward. "Don't be scared, little guy. We'll help you." She and Leo lifted the rock. The dragon blinked, then licked her cheek. Suddenly, it opened its wings and flew into the air, circling around them 3 times. As it did, a doorway appeared in the stone wall, glowing with silver light. "The door of moonlight," Leo whispered. Part 4. The treasure of the brave. They stepped through the glowing door and found themselves in a bright chamber filled with sparkling crystals, floating books, and glowing orbs. But in the center, on a pedestal, was a small wooden box with a note. "This treasure is not gold or jewels. It is what all brave hearts seek." Inside the box was a mirror. Tessa looked into it and saw herself standing tall, brave, kind, and smiling. Leo looked in and saw himself inventing machines, leading explorers, and laughing with friends. Underneath the mirror was one more note. The real treasure is discovering who you truly are. They smiled. Not disappointed, not even a little. Because deep down, they knew it was true. The dragon returned to fly them back to the treehouse. When they woke up the next morning, the map was gone, but something had changed. They were still the same Tessa and Leo, but now they were also something more, adventurers. Treasure-seekers.heroes. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to follow, like, and leave a comment to let us know what you think.